The Commonwealth rests its case in David Dooley's retrial after the defense questioned one of the lead detectives. The
defense has called its first witnesses now, and ANGENETTE LEVY is live at the Boone County Courthouse with more on their strategy. ANGENETTE, good evening.
Good evening, Kyle. You know, the defense has told jurors over and over again throughout this trial and suggested it through testimony that David Dooley was really the sole focus of this investigation. The Commonwealth disputes that and says they investigated other suspects, but the defense says other suspects were not vetted enough.
Howard Booth worked security at Thermo Fisher Scientific after Michelle Mockbee's murder. He said warehouse worker Joe Siegert frightened him with the things he'd say about the case.
He said something about if it was him, he would have wore the gloves and the suits and stuff that they have there.
The Commonwealth says Joe Siegert was a suspect who was investigated, and the murder was discussed a lot at the warehouse.
Did anybody else talk about it? Talk about Michelle Mockbee being killed?
A few others, but not as much as Joe did.
Joe talked about it?
Every day. He wanted to know a lot of stuff.
The defense also questioned Garland Latham, who used to work at the warehouse, about the so-called random dude in this surveillance video. He was seen walking through the parking lot just 9 hours before the murder. Dooley's attorneys say detectives didn't try hard enough to identify him.
And did anybody at all ever ask you if you could identify that particular person?
No, that's the first I saw of that.
Okay.
Earlier in the day, Dooley's defense asked that the murder charge be dismissed in a standard request during jury trials.
Even the circumstantial evidence that they can muster doesn't get them to the point where any reasonable juror could be able to conclude beyond a reasonable doubt that David Dooley is guilty of the murder of Michelle Mockbee.
The Commonwealth says the jury should get the case because of Dooley's DNA being on the bag on Mockbee's head and Dooley leaving that day.
A reasonable jury can say, you left for a different reason, Mr. Dooley. It wasn't because your wife wasn't feeling well. You left, you went out a circuitous way because you had something to hide.
And Judge Schran denied that request that the murder charge be dismissed, as you saw the defense calling its first witnesses. Reporting live at the Boone County Courthouse, ANGENETTE LEVY, Local 12 News. Kyle, back to you.
All right, ANGENETTE, thank you so much for that live report this evening. Testimony resumes tomorrow with more defense witnesses, and ANGENETTE will, of course, be in the courtroom for all of that.